I have no idea what that was.
Thunder. That's what that was.
This face? That's
oh.
thunder?
Yeah. Your face is thunder.
I don't think that is, there was, I think it was yesterday where me and Daddy, because it was storming outside, me and Daddy were playing as if the Thunder Tribe was coming.
It's been pretty stormy. Yeah, we've got like some serious thunder out there right now. So if you guys hear some big booms, that's what it's from. We're gonna take a break from the flashback throwback Q&A today, and we are going to do a Q&A for all of the new people who have recently joined the page. Maybe Anna, real quick before we start answering questions, before we jump into that, give people time to get on, maybe you could do a quick like synopsis or like a, hey, this is who we are and what we do.
Me?
Yeah.
How about we do it together?
Well, let's see what you got, and then I can fill in the gaps.
Okay. So, when I was born, because why thunder?
Thunder.
Because I have a condition.
So let's start with, hi, we're Team AMC Anna, and you are too. Let's start with the big overview. Your name is?
Anna, and you are Mommy.
I go by, you can call me either Nana or Mommy. My Nana is my nickname. It's my online nickname. I go by that because that's how I've been known for the last 8 years online. It's kind of hard to like change your name once people know what they're calling you.
I don't call her Nana.
No, Anna never calls me Nana anymore. She calls me Mommy or Mom exclusively. So I'm totally comfortable with you guys calling me either Nana or Mom or Mommy. I do not use my first name. I try not to use my legal name to protect this one as much as possible. I don't think that that's something that really needs to be out there and used regularly. Yeah, that's, and Anna is actually short for
Anastasia.
Yeah, her full name is Anastasia. So that's why it's spelled with one N, not two, because it's the beginning of her name, A-N-A-S, Anastasia.
Anna's.
Anna's.
Hey, Anna's over there.
We started our social media journey. I started our social media journey before Anna was even born.
Yeah.
Because Anna was diagnosed at 18 weeks gestation with a rare condition called
Arthrogryposis multiplex congenital, arthrogryposis, or AMC.
AMC for short. You can call it AMC. That's fine. You don't have to worry about the whole big long name. And what is AMC?
AMC is a condition that affects me in all 4 limbs. And it affects me in my joints and muscles. So here in my wrist, there's a contracture, which is a calcification in my wrist that prevents it from fully going straight. I mean, you show them how far you can straighten it.
Let's try to straighten Anna's wrist.
That's as far as
that's as much as we can go.
Yeah, it can't go fully to neutral.
So arthrogryposis causes babies to be born with fixed joints
and weak muscles.
And weak muscles.
That's why I have barely any muscle.
Yep. When they're born, their bodies are in the position. That was close to home. Okay, regroup. When they're born, their bodies are like the worst. In the position and the way that they're like going to be, like, it's, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not a disease and it's not a degenerative condition, meaning that it doesn't get worse over time. So when they're born, that's what it is. And then you just do all of the treatments and surgeries and, everything that you can do. I lifted her leg and she stuck to me. You do everything that you can do to make corrections and to get them more range of motion. You do all of that over time. And then you basically spend the rest of their childhood fighting regression. But it doesn't get worse over time. What else? So I started the page 8 years ago when she was first diagnosed. And the reason, well, I didn't start this page 8 years ago. I started a more private group. But the reason I started sharing our story with others is because when she was diagnosed, I started researching and looking for help and experiences to know like what her life was going to be like, where we needed to go for treatment, all of that stuff, because it is a rare condition. There's not a lot of services out there. And I think people don't realize that. People don't realize how critical and important a page like ours is in a community for a rare condition where you can't just go to your local doctor and talk to them because they've never heard of it. So I was able to find other moms of other families of AMCers and kind of learn from their experience and what they've done. And that was so incredibly helpful for me when she was diagnosed that I wanted to give that back out into the world and do that for others. And so that's how we started sharing our story. That's the reason why we went online on social media, or the reason why I went online on social media was to share our journey with her arthrogryposis. I realized that it's unconventional for a child to grow up this way. I realized that there are a lot of people out there who have very strong feelings about children being on social media, and I get that. And I think under normal circumstances, there's some validity to those concerns. But ours are not normal circumstances at all. Ours are very unique circumstances. There is a great need for us to share our story the way that we do. And we've helped a lot of people doing it over the last 8 years. So I feel fully confident in that decision to this day. And I work really hard to make sure that Anna feels comfortable and that she's protected and that she doesn't ever do anything she doesn't want to do. She's not, scripted. We have talks and check-ins regularly to make sure that she's still enjoying what we do and enjoying making videos. And she knows that she can come to me at any time that she feels like she doesn't want to do this anymore and let me know. Right?
Yeah.
It's very important to me that at this point, now that she's more grown, and as some of you may have noticed, if you're new, you've probably already discovered that she's very cognitively advanced. I have no doubt in my mind that my child can articulate to me, and feels comfortable articulating to me if she doesn't want to do anything, because she's very outspoken, because I've raised her that way. Even with me, she is not afraid to tell me anything. So yeah, what are we doing here? We raise awareness for her condition.
Arthrogryposis.
Because it's so rare. We share our journey with homeschooling.
Yep.
Because we're able to do that now because our page has grown to the point where this is what we can do full time and support our household with the ad revenue from our videos. I am able to stay home, work from home, and homeschool her full time, which is really fantastic for everyone, but especially it creates an especially rich education for Anna. She's been able to school at her own pace, do very advanced classes. She's been able to meet kids from all over the world. She doesn't have to be beholden to the structures and the timelines of the public school system, where she only has a half an hour to eat, which would be really hard for her, or get up really early in the morning to go to school. It's been, what do you think about homeschooling? How do you feel about it?
It's fine.
Do you enjoy it? What's wrong? What are you reading?
Nothing.
Oh, you just stopped and looked like you saw something wrong.
No.
So do you want to talk for a minute about homeschooling and how you feel about homeschooling?
Well, I love homeschooling because I get to work at my own pace, and I don't have to be like, I'm on my third spelling word, and it's like, okay, time for math. So
It takes you a little longer to write.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also work at your own pace, and like the sense that you don't have to kind of stick with what the classroom is doing. If you want to move ahead a few steps, you can do that. Mm-hmm. Because she is pretty advanced some.
I'm stuck on 25 times 7. And maybe I'll go to the fraction page next, and I'll come back to that later.
Yeah. Yeah, you have the ability to move around more than you would in a regular classroom. Mm-hmm. What else? So we talk about homeschooling. We talk about her condition. What else do we do? We have a nonprofit. We started as soon as our platform became like large enough to make enough for us to live off of, and then we had a little bit of excess. Then we decided we wanted to do something with that excess. So that's when we created our nonprofit organization. It's a completely separate, it's an actual 501c3 nonprofit. We started a corporation for it. It's a completely separate bank account. It receives donations, largely from our viewers. And that money goes towards helping other AMCers like Anna, because we are in a position now, since Anna was like 3.5, 4, we've been in a position where we're pretty privileged as far as AMC care goes. We are able to afford our own private health insurance. It's very expensive, $3,300 a month, but we're paying for it out of pocket. And that affords her the ability to go to the best AMC care facility in the world, the Paley Institute. There are many AMCers out there who don't have that privilege because they have state insurance. They can't get to AMC Care Center. There's a couple of Shriners facilities that are really great. There's DuPont, I think up in Delaware, that's really great for AMC care. And so we wanted to help those people get to where they need to go, because we used to travel from Michigan to Florida back and forth for her medical care, and I know how hard that is. I did it as a single parent. And we wanted to help other people get their medical care and cover their medical expenses. So we started our nonprofit.
Helping innocent families.
She named it. And as of October 2021, we started giving out $5,000 grants every month, $5,000 financial awards every month to either an adult AMCer or an AMC family.
We love you.
And we've been doing that consistently since then. So thank you all so much for helping with that. What else? What else do we talk about?
What else do we talk about? Things and stuff.
Anna has a service dog now.
Yes.
So we've been doing some awareness regarding service dogs.
Lily.
She has a mobility service dog.
Yep. She's staring at us. She was.
Krista, I think, said, is Anna your biological daughter? So Anna is not my biological daughter. I have been raising her since she was just 4 months old. I was her legal guardian from the time she was 4 months old until she was 4.5. And then I adopted her. So I am her legal mother. I'm the only parent on her birth certificate right now. And we have a mother-daughter relationship in every sense of the word. Like, so that's why she calls me mom, mommy. She started doing that on her own accord. And yeah, we live as mother-daughter. It feels like mother-daughter. I love her like as if I did give birth to her, and I do everything for her just like I would for any of my children. I do have 2 older children. They are grown adults, 25 and 28. They no longer live at home. They haven't for a while. So this is my 3rd baby.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's focus on the, let's not be no lovey-doveys.
Well,
I love you, and we can snuggle after the live, but let's stay focused, because I think now we're going to answer some questions.
Okay, well, I need to.
You ready?
No.
Look, Ellie says I'm adopted too.
I'm stuck.
You're stuck?
I'm stuck on you.
I'm stuck on you. Okay, no lovey-doveys. Quit leaning into me. Let's answer some questions here. Anna's trying to get comfortable.
No, it's just I'm sticking to you.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Let's look for questions. So we can answer any questions that you guys have. We know there's a lot of new people on the page, and so that's what we're doing here today. We are answering questions. So feel free to ask. Oh, and I want to say real quick, if you're new to the page, please go to our website. It's amcprincessanna.com. It's really easy to find. You don't even have to type it into the URL bar. You can simply go to Google, type in AMC Princess Anna, and it will come right up for you. But there is a lot of information on our website. Like, you can read our entire family history from the beginning, from I think when she was still in utero. and you can read all of the facts, commonly, frequently asked questions about Anna. You can learn more about our nonprofit. All of that information is there. So if you're new, I highly recommend you spend some time on the website to get kind of caught up. Randy says, do you ever do meet and greets? No, we don't do that, especially not the last few years for obvious reasons. Lynn says, is Anna your daughter's child? So Anna's birth mother is my my first daughter, my oldest child, yes. Let's see.
Can I answer Amanda's
Thank you,
question?
Debbie. If you would like to, yes, if you would like to address that.
Okay, well, Amanda says, if I need help, do I need help going to the bathroom? Sometimes, not all the time. When I'm wearing just a shirt and some like loose, flimsy shorts, it's easy for me to go to the bathroom. I just grab my shirt and hold it in my mouth while I go to the bathroom, and I pull my shorts back up and just let it go. Or other times, sometimes I'm wearing like a jumper or like a really cool fancy dress that has a lot of tulle and stuff. Then I either need help going to the bathroom, or sometimes I just need it to be tucked up, and then I can go to the bathroom.
Sandy says, Anna looks like you. Yes, my older daughter looks just like me as well. Oh, Joanne says, when is Anna getting her electric chair? I'm so excited. So we were so excited too. We thought it was supposed to come this week, or it was supposed to come this week. But of course, as you guys know, there's a lot of parts and pieces. They ended up having to order some more parts that now they think might take a couple of weeks to come in. So it's going to be a couple more weeks yet. The problem we're going to run into is that I think we're going to be traveling a bit in September. She's got to go back down, as you guys know, to pick up her new braces. We've got a couple things planned, so rearranging or arranging delivery around that might push things out, but we'll see. We'll keep you guys posted. Rachel is asking about Anna's birth mom and how much interactivity she has to do with Anna. So here's one thing I'd like to answer this. We do not talk about Anna's birth parents on our page. So I just want to get that out there for everyone who's new. We don't talk about them. It is not our place to share the story of Anna's birth parents. That's their story. So I will not violate their privacy in talking about them or their story or sharing any of their information. That's not right. I don't believe in it. I won't do it. So we do not talk about her birth parents at all. We don't talk about her relationship with her birth parents. That's private between them. It's not for this page. It's not for public consumption. This page is about our family. It's about Anna with her parents that are raising her, her service dog, her arthrogryposis, her homeschooling. You know what I mean? Like, we try and keep it very much about us and not about other people. In fact, to the point where in the same token, you won't see a lot of Anna's interactions with other children because we will not display other people's children on our social media. That's also a privacy issue. Even when we're out and about, you'll notice when we do live streams that I will point the camera at the ground when we're moving around between people. Because I try as best I can. It's really hard at places like Disney and stuff, but I really try as hard as I can not to get other people in our live streams when they don't have their permission, because I just feel like it's a privacy violation. We try and keep it about us. So a lot of the content you see is focused on us. It's in our home. It's in our space. It's, yeah, I hope that makes sense. I know that people are very curious about her history and that other side of things, but we won't talk about that on our page. Let's see. Yeah, thank you guys for understanding. I know that a lot of people don't know that, so I like to just kind of like disclaimer. that's we don't talk about that.
Oh, I saw someone asked if I don't remember who, but someone asked how it will affect my walking skills when I get my power chair. It actually won't. because I only really use my power chair when we're like going around Disney, going in between rides or going in between parks, because I can't walk long distances because my feet will start hurting. So, I mean, sometimes I do stand up and maybe walk for like 2 minutes and then I get back in my chair because I need to like stretch my legs or something, but it won't affect my walking at all.
Yeah, so a good way to explain it is that Anna has, like we said, fixed joints and weak muscles. Now, she has, there's a lot of muscle in her arms and legs that's just outright missing. And there's some muscle that maybe there's like a thin bit of muscle there, but it's made of a different kind of tissue. So all of her activity takes way more energy than other people, and she tires faster. So for that reason, she needs the wheelchairs so that if we're doing anything long distance or if we're doing anything over uneven terrain like grass or sand or areas that aren't just, flat and don't cause issues, she needs to have that chair. The power chair is nice because it gives her independence to move herself around versus being pushed around in a manual chair. So I always like to have both options for her. The manual chair is better for traveling with, especially if you're flying, because the airlines tend to damage wheelchairs. So anyway, if she's using the power chair, it would only be in those circumstances. She'll still be walking all over the house. She'll still be walking anytime we go into the store and it's a short distance. So yeah, being in the wheelchair won't affect her walking at all. Just in the same way that her eating with her mouth sometimes doesn't affect her ability to use utensils when she wants to. Jessica says, I wanted to say, Anna, you speak like an adult. Mm-hmm. Nancy wants to know if Jameli has practice around power chairs.
Yes. She will heel, and we taught her left, actually, so because when she's heeling on the left side of my wheelchair, which may just walk next to my wheelchair, heel, that's what it means. When I turn left, and because Jameli's heeling on the left side, we just tell her left so she doesn't get run over by the chair.
Yeah, she knows when we say left that it's time to turn left. But yeah, she was trained by the organization that trained her to heel to both people and wheelchairs, and she's had plenty of practice with a wheelchair. So
I saw someone ask if I will still need the same amount of if I will have to get my braces and doing serial casting as often when I grow up.
Do you want to answer that or you want me to?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I might have to do it a little bit as frequently, but it might be spaced out a little bit more. So when I'm like walking around and stuff, of course I'm gonna need my braces. And probably to do that because, I mean, I can walk in bare feet. That's fine. But I'm probably still wanting to have my braces on, and I probably will have to have my braces done maybe like every 10 months. 8 to 10. Like
that's when you do it now.
Yeah, well, 8 months.
So
every 8 months is when I get. Right. Usually is when I get my new brace.
But the hope is that once you stop growing, because regression happens during periods of growth, when things are moving around inside the legs during growing. That's when the regression tends to happen. The tendons tighten up, things shift around. And so they have to be recorrected. And that's what the serial casting process is for. It's for remaking those corrections.
Yeah.
So putting the foot back into the right position, basically. The hope is that when she stops growing, then she won't have to have serial casting as frequently because the regression won't happen as much. And so we don't know clearly we can't tell the future. But just based on what I know of other adult AMCers and what I know about how her condition works and how her body functions, I'm hoping that she'll be able to go a few years without having, in between castings. As she gets older, just go in as necessary to get corrections done and then not have to do it for, however long until it becomes a problem. She will know when her foot starts regressing. She'll be able to tell by the way her shoes fit, and if she's still wearing braces, sometimes by the way her braces fit. So she'll know, okay, might be time to go in and get some corrections done.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Sorry, I have been turning the comments off when she's responding because she gets very distracted and trying to read them while she's talking. So I'm not seeing the questions in between. So we're looking for questions when we're ready. So you can go ahead when we come back and repeat your question if you want.
Cindy's comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well,
read what she said.
Cindy asked, she said, "Hi, sweetie, what color did you pick for my wheelchair?" I picked a magic teal with pink glitter. Yes.
Should be pretty. And I think we're going to get some pictures of the finished frame pretty soon here, because we did talk about it today when I talked to him about the timeline changing.
With space pattern and purple underglow.
Yes, with space sides and purple underglow. Monica says, does she need special shoes? So she wears Billy shoes. If you Google Billy shoes, the website will come right up. There's shoes that zip her up. They weren't necessarily created for people with orthotics, but the orthotics wearing community very quickly found them and realized that they worked amazingly for people who wear orthotics. So that's what she wears pretty exclusively right now, are Billy shoes. But fun fact, her orthotist, the man who creates her braces, actually worked with Billy shoes to design a newer design that they just released earlier this year called the Billy Goats. And that particular style of their shoe is specifically made for people with orthotics. And it's pretty cool. It's you can adjust the depth. It's wider. It zips at a different point.
There's a secret layer.
Yeah, it works very well for people wearing braces. Sarah says, you are so smart. You have more maturity than adult. I love watching your streams. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sarah. Charlotte wants to know about your toes being crossed. It's funny because Miss Fran offered her the option of taping them to correct them this last time around, and she was like, no thank you. I like my toes the way they are. So tell them a little bit about your toes, if they hurt, if they bother you, why you want to keep them that way.
They don't bother me at all, because I like having my toes crossed, and I don't know why.
Probably because you're used to it.
Yeah.
Because they've been that way since she was little. So, because her feet were turned, like one was upside down and they were very clubbed and turned sideways, over time with all the corrections and the bracing and the castings, like her toes, if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, one of them is just a little bit above, just rests on top of the others instead of being perfectly in line. It's like this. It doesn't affect her at all. I mean, if you look at the underside, you still have these two toes that hit the floor, and that one just sits on top of the others. It's not painful, and she likes it that way, and she was offered to correct it and said no thanks. So it's not a critical thing. It's not necessary to function, so she's going to keep them that way. Let's see. Anne says, can you show Gemelli helping Anna, as in her clothing assistance? So we have many videos on our page showing Gemelli helping Anna. In fact, there's a couple that were created just in the last few months that are specifically Anna running Gemelli through all of her tasks that she's been trained for.
Course.
Yep, like an obstacle course of tasks. And there's also many videos in between showing Gemelli tugging off her stockinette, tugging off her socks, helping her with various things around the house. So you can see all of that. Just go back on our page and go through our content. Or fun fact for people that are new, this is a great way to find videos that are target, like theme specific. If you want to learn more about Anna and Gemelli, go to Google, and in your Google search, type in AMC Princess Anna and then whatever you want to watch. So you could type in AMC Princess Anna and Gemelli, and it's going to pull up for you all of the videos out there on either YouTube or Facebook of Anna with Gemelli. You can type in AMC Princess Anna and service dog, and it'll pull up all the videos related to Anna and her service dog. You can type in AMC Princess Anna singing, or AMC Princess Anna and Nana, or
AMC Princess Anna cooking,
AMC Princess Anna Disney, and you can find all of the videos that come up that are related to that. So that's a great way to find theme specific videos very quickly, instead of just scrolling back and back and back and back and back through the page. Yeah. Debbie says, Anna, can you get your shoes off independently?
No.
That's what she has a service dog for.
Yeah, I can't get them off independently. I mean, Gemelli could maybe tug the zipper and pull it, but I can get my foot out. But yeah.
Do they make goats for adults? Lynn, I'm not sure, but you can definitely go to their website, click on the shoe, and see if they have them in adult sizes. I know they do have adult size Billy shoes, so there's a chance.
Yes, I even have some gifts.
There's quite a lot of gifts. If you guys look in the gifts section, there's quite a lot of AMC Princess Anna gifts.
And if you go to Tenor on Chrome and type in AMC Princess Anna, I'm on there.
Carrie, we will not be putting her in a school district, public school, private school. She is homeschooled, and we're going to continue homeschooling until she's done with high school. Dawn says, has Gemelli saved her from falling yet? So Gemelli's job is not to save her from falling. Clearly that would possibly injure Gemelli if Anna were falling onto the dog. It may happen sometimes if they're healing together, if they're walking next to each other and Anna trips. It could definitely happen, but it's not Gemelli's job to shadow Anna and be next to her at all times in case she falls. However, Gemelli has helped her up off the floor, and when Anna falls, Gemelli is like right there. She runs over, oh my gosh, are you okay? What's going on? Because Gemelli is trained to use the help command. And so if Anna falls and she says help, Gemelli will bark so she can get our attention if we're not in the same room or whatever. So yeah, Gemelli helps out in that way.
Yeah, there was one time I fell over there on my kitchen space, and Gemelli was laying there on the couch. And when she heard my thump on the ground, she just zoomed off right over it.
Yeah, she's very on top of what Anna's doing, even when she's napping. Yeah, Katie, service dogs are just amazing when they're properly trained, well trained. Oh my gosh. She's the most amazing dog. We're just mind blown at how awesome she is.
Yeah.
Okay, looking for more questions.
That's my song.
Andy says, I have one leg shorter than the other. They put 10 staples in one knee to stop it growing so the other one could catch up. I had to have a lift on the leg that was shorter. Yeah, we're kind of familiar with that a little bit because the facility where Anna goes for her medical care, they do a lot of limb lengthening there.
Yeah.
So she saved her from going off the curb. That's true, Lily. I forgot about that. She did. Remember when she got behind you at the pet store and prevented you from falling off the curb?
Yeah.
That was pretty amazing. Gemelli only barks when Anna needs help from a fall. That is correct. Or unless we use the bark command. Or unless... So she's become very in tune with our pack. And there are times when we're at home, she would never do this out in public. She's so well behaved. But when we are at home and we are talking to her, we will like mimic like dog, and sometimes she'll like bark back at us, but she knows that we're having conversation. She never barks when like there's noises, like if the doorbell goes off, she never barks. She doesn't bark out in public unless she's commanded to. Super well trained dog. Selena says there's no doubt in my mind Jameli was created for your family. It feels that way. It really does. Yeah. She fits in perfectly.
She's the missing puzzle piece.
Yeah. Let me see, how long have we been on? 35. Okay, we'll do about 10 more minutes if anyone who is new to the page has a question for us. Trying to think of what other commonly asked questions.
FAQs. Frequently asked questions, FAQs.
Yeah. What other commonly asked questions are there?
CAQs?
Sabrina says, does Jameli fly when you travel? We haven't actually been on a plane since 2019. Right? Or no, maybe before that. I don't know. We have not been on a plane since the early 2020. Y'all know why. We haven't had to do that yet. We've been driving everywhere. So, but if we fly, when we fly, because we will at some point, yes, she would go with us. She goes everywhere that Anna goes. As a service dog, it is under ADA law, federal ADA law, that she is able to go in every public place that Anna is able to go in. Debbie says, how old is Anna? You can answer that one.
7 3/4 and 72%.
When will you be 8? What month?
November. November 6th.
Let's see. This question I have for you, Nana. Lucy says, have you learned about
my condition?
What have you learned about Anna's condition? What have you learned? There's not enough time on the live to talk about what all I've learned about her condition.
That would, if you asked Mommy that question, she'd take 2 hours to explain that.
I want to do, we're talking about doing some,
Jules says 7 going on 16.
We're talking about doing some Zoom sessions, Aaron and I, and mine would be on different topics that I can speak about, and her arthrogryposis is one of them that I want to do. So, but I've learned so much. It's amazing how much information. You know what I always say? I always tell people, the real experts, because it's such a rare condition and because most doctors haven't even heard of it, the real experts are the moms. Like, if you want to speak to an expert about arthrogryposis, you go to the moms of the AMCers, because they are the experts. Anna, when will you go back for your new braces? Lorna, we don't know yet. Whenever they call us, I think it's going to be in September.
Yeah,
that's what we're expecting.
I can't believe it's all August already. The year has gone by so fast.
Yeah. Heather says, Anna, I saw your video the other day about your pet peeves. You're very mature, and I just adore you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Lenore, the experts are always the moms. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they're the ones who are like on the ground doing, that. Like someone asked yesterday if I was going to do the hand challenge that Aaron did, that Anna challenged everyone to kind of see how she functions and gets through the day. And Aaron was like, I'm pretty sure that Nana has the most intimate knowledge of Anna's condition of anyone on the planet other than Anna. So she probably doesn't need to do it. because I've been there since day one, and I know all of, everything, how our body functions, how we've corrected it, how it works, how it doesn't work. Have a pretty good sense of her struggle, for sure.
I love you.
I love you too. Nope, don't do that.
I can't just...
No.
Fine.
No.
What is that? Nope.
Yeah, we can't do singing. We used to do singing together, but in the last couple of years, the social media platforms have really cracked down on copyright. And because we are a page that is monetized, meaning that we have ads on our videos and we earn money from those ads, we cannot violate copyright policies. So we can't do a lot of singing. You'll hear me once in a while make up some songs or sing a week, a line.
A week of a song? What's a week of a song?
I'll sing a line of a song.
I'll sing a week of a song.
I even tried re-uploading our shallow video as a replay, a flashback, and it hit copyright. So we can't even do that anymore. So, Allison says, I've been watching your videos since Aaron joined the family. Ever since I started watching your videos, I enjoy watching them. Thank you. Thank you for following our story.
Hair's attacking me.
Oh my gosh. Joanne's been watching since the fan video. It's pretty epic. Anna always super determined to make things happen.
Have I used my easy roller lately? No.
No, not in the last 2 months, I don't think. We've been traveling a lot. We've had a lot going on.
And also it's been raining.
Oh my gosh.
So there really is no time for me to use.
We haven't even been able to swim a lot this summer because of all the rain. Okay, any other questions related to our life, our page, Anna's arthrogryposis, things that people who are new to the family might be curious about?
Fran says she's been watching since no means yes.
Yeah. We're looking for questions that are good for people who are new to the page, so they can watch this video and kind of learn more about us. Anything that would be helpful to folks who don't know as much about us.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer says, maybe tell the newbies about Anna's deep set eyes. Do you want to tell people about that?
Me?
Yeah. Well, they're your eyeballs. So Anna, a lot of times people will say Anna looks tired. We get those comments a lot. But Anna, she has very deep set eye sockets. So they tend to look very shadowy underneath. And also her skin is almost like translucent. She's a very just pale skinned individual. And so the veins under her eyes, you can see it looks kind of like purplish, which makes it look like she has bags under her eyes. Trust me, the child is well rested. She sleeps more than most people. She sleeps 10 to 12 hours a night, and she's slept 10 to 12 hours a night since she was 5 months old. So she's getting plenty of sleep. She eats very well. She's healthy. She's happy. She's well rested. That's just the way her face looks. So sometimes when people are like, oh, she looks so tired, it can be a challenge, because we're like, that's just her face. Like, she's great. She looks great. She's fine. Let's see.
I'm sticking to
Lorna
you.
says, okay, well, we're only going to be on for a few more minutes. The older Anna gets, the more she looks like you.
Yeah.
Johanna wants to know how it feels having free legs.
That's how it feels.
Oh, Randy asked if you have pain. Jennifer said not typically. That is true. Her body, just because
Sometimes when I'm doing stretching, like the last 15 minutes, it's uncomfortable because it's been stretching my knees and pulling those little muscles around.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but Anna's body, it may be shaped differently, but it feels the exact same way your body feels. It's no different just because it's a different shape. So no, there's no day-to-day typical pain involved in her condition. It's just that her limbs are shaped differently.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have scheduled days and times of lives?
No.
Janet, we don't schedule our live streams on this page. This is our main family vlog page. And I don't schedule them on here because it all works around our life and Anna. So we go live. Typically, we try to do it twice a day, early in the day and late in the day. If things come up, we might only do it early or only late, or some few and far between, not at all. But typically, we are live every day. We try to go twice a day. We try to do one early, one late. I don't schedule them because she has classes, she has playtime, we have dinner, we have real life stuff going on, and so it just kind of has to work around our schedule. I would never want to force it to happen in a, constrained time frame. I don't believe in that with having a child. But if that's something you're looking for, if you'd like to keep up with our lives or you'd like to get to know us better and you would prefer a schedule, we do have other options. Erin and I have a spin-off page that we started last year. It's called Princess Anna's A-Team. There is a subscription on that page that's $10 a month, and we do host small group live streams every 2 weeks, like clockwork, every Thursday at 10 p.m. most of the time. Every once in a while we have to adjust, but you can rely on those pretty much. But that's just Erin and I, kind of from the adult's point of view, talking about life and what's going on and keeping up with people. There's usually only about 20 or 30 people on that live, so it's a great opportunity for you to be seen. It's harder to see you guys when there's hundreds of people on together. And we also have, in addition to that, we have a Patreon platform, and that is for people who want an even higher level of getting to know us. And we do, every 2 weeks, we do Zoom sessions. So we actually talk to them, video chat face to face. All three of us. Anna hosts them sometimes. Sometimes it's the adults.
I host the first of the month.
Typically. So that option is out there as well if you're looking for something more structured.
Yeah.
Randy says, what causes AMC? So there's a lot of different causes of arthrogryposis. There's over 450 different types of arthrogryposis. And some of them are genetic and some of them are not. Anna's type is not genetic. So potential or possible causes of the non-genetic type could be if the mom is sick during pregnancy, if there's a lack of amniotic fluid, if there's a twin or triplets and you have fetal crowding. There's just so many different things, and they typically can't often pinpoint exactly what the cause is, but something happened in utero between 8 and 11 weeks gestation that prevented movement in the fetus while the joints were developing.
Yeah.
So that's what we know. Of course, the genetic types are caused by genetic mutations.
Lauren says, am I an alien? No.
Yeah, I'm an alien. I think she's referencing your video. Sabrina wants to know how you feel about living your life out loud.
I love it.
How do you feel about broadcasting everything on social media?
It's amazing. It educates you all, and it educates Daddy, and it educates Jamelli, and it educates everyone.
Do you ever feel like it what's the word? Do you ever feel like it inhibits your life in any way, or like it gets in the way of what you want to do, or you're like sick of it, or you're like, I don't want a camera in my face, or I don't know, anything like that. I honestly have worked. I know, I understand that there are a lot of circumstances out there where children have been exploited on social media, where they've been forced into the position of making videos that maybe they didn't want to make, or they've been, out there and they didn't appreciate it later. And look, that's always a possibility. Anna could wake up one day when she's 17 and be like, you know what? I really don't like the fact that my whole life was on social media. It could happen. We talk about that. But I have tried really, really hard since I've made this decision to share our story to really balance her life out and make sure that it's done in a way that we have fun doing it, that we enjoy it, that it's positive, that we're bringing something to the table and we're doing it for a reason and not just for the purpose of making money. In fact, we never made any money doing this until early 2020. It was just not the purpose for doing it at all. It was to share her story, like I said in the beginning of the live, to share the story of her arthrogryposis for the purpose of other families with arthrogryposis to learn about what we were doing and where we were going and how I was caring for her. Because, people don't understand why that's so important until you have a child with a rare condition, 1 in 10,000 babies. And until you have a child that you can't even go to a medical care facility in your own state because no one knows how to treat it, you don't understand how important it is to share that information. So I felt like the benefits of sharing our life on social media outweighed the negative things that could potentially come from it. And I've worked very hard, like I said, to keep her safe and to keep it real. I don't get on here. I don't like to be fake. I'm very transparent, and I've taught her to live her life the same way. So I really hope, that is my hope, that she continues to enjoy doing it. And if at some point when she's older and I am comfortable with her being on social media by herself, which wouldn't be until she's at least 16 or 17 and has a very clear understanding of the risks involved, if she wanted to take over the page and do her own thing with it and continue, raising awareness, then I think that would be wonderful. But right now it's a family endeavor, and all of the ad revenue that we make off of our videos and being online, that pays for everything I provide for Anna. It pays for the roof over her head, pays for the clothes on her back, pays for the food in her mouth, pays so I can stay home and homeschool her, pays for all of her medical care, her health insurance, her wheelchairs, her braces, her everything that's not covered. That's where all the money is going. It's going right back into raising this child so that she has the most opportunities that she can possibly have, because my whole job is to make it so that when she's an adult, she is as self-sufficient as possible. She can live independently. She can have lots of job opportunities. She can have lots of connections and options, and hopefully some good savings account, and be able to take care of herself. That's my job. And at that point, I am happy to fade back away into the background and go shack up in a little house in the woods with my husband and and own chickens and a
and pigs and monkeys.
No, maybe some pigs, chickens, pigs. We'll have a little permaculture food forest in our backyard, and we'll sit on our rocking chairs on the porch. My husband's over here laughing.